Hey guys, it's Jeanine and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. I hope all is well in your world and that your family is fine. It's been a while since I've done any filming and quite frankly, I've been just exhausted, which has led me to the point of totally having to reset on my wellness journey. I have been on a journey to just get healthy in all aspects of my life and to experience abundance of God in my life. That's physically and mentally and spiritually and financially and personally and the like. What I've experienced is what a lot of people have experienced during this time, which has been very stressful for the global community. And if you're like me and you tend to stress eat, then maybe you've put on a few pounds. I've put on a few pounds. I'm not happy about it, but it's motivated me to action. So for some time, I am going to share with you guys my wellness journey and my quest to meet my own goals. It's not about anyone else. It's not about family or any loved ones or a partner in my life. It's really about me. So if you are interested, then continue watching. So in a nutshell, my goal is to lose 85 pounds. I already have a well-established exercise habit, but I struggle with emotional eating, and when I get triggered, it doesn't take much to knock me off course. Unfortunately, I have been overweight most of my adult life, and there have been some short periods of time, relatively speaking, when I was close to a normal weight for me. My goal is to get to the weight of 185 pounds. I have not weighed that weight in about 25 years. Yeah. So it's going to take some doing. I don't know if you've ever heard about this book. It's titled The Power of Habit. And it's really resonating with me because I've been working with my nutrition coach on habits. One of the first things I did when I realized I was going the wrong way in my weight loss journey was I resumed nutrition coaching. Her name is Megan. She's awesome. She's also a CrossFit coach, and she's decided to specialize in nutrition, and so she has some certifications in nutrition. So I said, Megan, I need some help. So I went back to nutrition coaching. The other thing is I've simply been trying to be more compassionate with self. Now, how does that relate to this book? Well, I've been reading some books. I just finished Extreme Money Makeover. I finished The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Bleep, F-U-C-K. And at a recommendation of a friend, decided to read The Power of Habit. So I'm in a section of the book where he's talking about building routines, and I thought, okay, what are the routines that have gotten off course? Can you relate to this? You have a lot of transitions in your life. Maybe they're positive. Maybe you get married, maybe you have a baby, maybe you get a new job. In my case, I got a new job. And then your routines kind of get off. Well, I was reflecting on what happened the last time I had a weight gain, and I would call it a significant weight gain. It's more than 15 pounds. And I was like, wow, I had finished graduate school. I had a new job. I was working long hours. I was also working on getting my clinical hours, and things were just kind of off. But the main theme was one of transition. Well, I've been in transition like a lot of people, and not just COVID, but I left one job. I was there for 11 months. I was approached, didn't even apply, for another job, which I'm now in. So I've had 3 different jobs in a year, which is not my course. I was at my previous job for almost 8 years. Yeah, so, and there was some more stuff. that happen, and not necessarily negative. So I realized that when I'm in transition, I'm really vulnerable to getting off course with my own goals, which brings me back to the power of routine. So what I've decided is I'm going to focus on a couple of routines. I highly recommend that book. This video is not sponsored. Hold on. Okay. So I've decided to focus on a few key routines. And the first one isn't even nutrition. The first one is a sleep routine. I historically am a poor sleeper. So what I've decided to do was give myself a bedtime and a waking time and stick to it. So Monday through Friday, I want to be in bed by 10, up by 6. And that may change a little bit on the weekends, but that is my goal. Now, sometimes at the end of the night, I'll start watching YouTube videos, or I'll get engrossed in a movie, and then I'm up, to 11:30 or 12. Well, I simply need to be in bed. So my goal is to stick to that bedtime and that waking time. And part of that routine will also be just transitioning. So about half an hour to 45 minutes before bed, now this works for me. This may not work for you if you're a person who's going to go to the bathroom a lot. But I actually like to have something warm to drink. I really love Avocare Oasis. Not sponsored. I am a distributor. I've been one for 7 years, but I started off using the product before I started selling it. But the point is that Avocare Oasis really works for me, and it helps the body to deal with stress. I can't explain the chemistry of it, okay? What also helps me is to have a warm cup of tea, decaffeinated herb tea. So I'm going to make sure I have Oasis and herb tea on hand. The other routine the other habit I really want is 120 ounces of water per day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to routinely take water to work. I'm going to fill up the jug. I will keep the jug on the counter. I will fill it up, and I will take it with me to work. It'd be great if we had a water cooler there. I think I'm going to pitch it to the boss. And I have a significant commute, so I just need to make sure that I have not only water, but that I'm measuring my intake. So when I am in the house, it's not an issue. But there's other people who's drinking the filtered water that I have put in a jug or whatever. So I'm just going to have my own jug, and I'm going to measure how much water I get. So the other thing I'm going to focus on is meals. And it may sound like a lot of focus areas, but this is all very doable for me. The other thing I want to do routinely, and it really worked for me, was to actually know what I was going to eat that day, meals and snacks and fluid intake. So when I came up with a couple of meals for the day, let me put it this way, when I came up with a couple of meal plans that mapped out the entire day, that really worked for me. Today I am going to do some meal prepping. And what I've realized is that the food just simply has to be ready. So lunches and dinners are my struggle points. Particularly my after dinner routine is a time when I'm most likely to snack. So what I've decided to do is pack the food. I've got plenty of glass containers, and I will just have the meal packed and ready to go. And instead of having my snack during the day, because I am a snacker, I'm going to just have a snack at night. And one of the snacks that I enjoy is a Quest bar. They are gluten-free. Well, I get the ones that are gluten-free. And they've got a double chocolate chunk that is so good. And it helps me get my protein in. And it's just simply delicious. And I will often have that at lunch. But I'm going to move that to my after dinner snack or around dinner time as a dessert, because I've got family with me. I love them very much. We have radically different eating habits, and I mean, there's Oreos. There's just a lot of stuff that's in the kitchen that I typically wouldn't have in the kitchen in the fridge. So I need to have. I need to have something that I can reach for instead of what they're eating, and I'll just include it in my my meal plan for the day. So when I'm in this particular state of kind of resetting with my nutrition, there'll be just a little less variety for a while I rebuild this habit and this routine. But I often eat Quest bars anyway, so yeah, I'll just have it for dessert instead of for at lunchtime. Another thing is to leave the office by 4. So when I'm in the office, that is quite a commute. I usually get there about an hour before everyone else, and then I leave after everyone else, and I'm available by phone, and frequently will talk to the boss after hours. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the office at 4 p.m. and if we need to have a conference call, we can. Like I said, I'm available. I'm gonna leave the office at 4, and I'm going to go to the gym. Now, I often do 4 CrossFit workouts a week when I'm really on point with my exercise. Good, Jeanine. So I want to move my feet and land solidly. This is what I'm thinking. Yes. Okay. Jump those feet out. Yes. The second one was better. Okay. And the main barrier to my exercise routine is actually my work schedule. It's not even motivation. So I will have my clothes packed and in the car so that I can catch a late class. I do prefer to, and I really had to do some reflecting about this. When I was really focused on my weight years ago, it seems like I've been focused on it for a long time. When I was really starting to have some success, I was working out in the morning. So I would be at the Y by 5:55, 6 o'clock, just to make sure I was in the class on time. And that doesn't really work for me anymore. And the reason it doesn't work is I just am stiff in the morning. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a young chick. And working out in the morning for me, for the types of movements we're doing in CrossFit, I just don't like it. I really don't. I'm stiff, and if I'm gonna, if we're squatting that day, I'd like to be able to get into a squat. I'm just the type of person I need to move around. So I do prefer to work out in the evenings. If I can get an afternoon workout in, if I'm working from home that day and I can go get that workout in and get home before I have to do anything like major, like a huge meeting or something like that, then that's great too. But typically I work out after work, so clothes are going to be packed. I have plenty of gym clothes. I bought some new gym clothes, and some of them don't fit. They don't fit. Like the compression, I was like, I cannot get these all the way up. So it was a cue to me, like, girl, come on now, you got to get going in the right direction. But I do have plenty of gym clothes that do fit, so that won't be an issue. And finally, the nutrition piece. So what I've been working with my coach on is the plate method. So I do want to be primarily plant-based. I eat, and it's been a struggle for me to hit my macros of particularly my carb and my protein macros. I often don't eat too much fat, which is a good thing, but it's too many carbs and too little protein. And what's been happening over the last couple of weeks, I actually haven't had much of an appetite. I don't know if any of you can relate to this, but do any of you experience weight gain and low appetite? If you do, what did you do? Like, do you have a solution for that or a suggestion? I'm not asking for professional nutrition advice, but your personal experience. Like, I would love to hear from you. Like, what did you do about that? And that may help other people as well. So we're working on this plate method, and I feel best when I avoid grains. So I've been through this in the past where I tried to go vegetarian or vegan, and I just simply wasn't getting in enough food, because I feel best when I avoid gluten, wheat, all grains, including rice and soy. So I was like, oh, it's potatoes and broccoli. Yeah, I wasn't happy about that. And I minimized legumes, which brings me to a probiotic. So my nutrition coach said, hey, have you ever had a probiotic, other than, well, I like kombucha. I was like, well, I like kombucha. She was like, that's not what I'm talking about. And, gut health, she's like, well, if you're not tolerating foods, maybe it's your gut health. I was like, okay. So I did order a probiotic. I take vitamins and supplements, but I never added a probiotic to my regimen. So, yeah. If you have a good probiotic brand you want to recommend, put that in the comment section as well. So, what was I saying? Okay, so nutrition, which would be the plate method. Have vegetables, protein, and a carb. Now, I have found that I do okay with quinoa, sweet potatoes, those type of carbohydrates. Potatoes have really saved the day. So that's kind of where I am with it. So 85 pounds. I could post some pictures. I probably will. I'm still feeling real icky at the whole notion of actually putting the number on the screen. But just know that I am on a mission to get to the goal weight of 185 pounds. Yeah. So that's about it. That's what I wanted to share. The favorite videos on this channel seem to be haul videos. Haven't been doing a whole lot. That's not true. I have been doing some shopping, but I haven't been hitting Tuesday morning up as well that much. And my Bible art journaling. This is kind of a whatever I feel like talking about type of a channel. Mainly faith and wellness and shopping hauls. But for the time being, I'm going to be focused on where I am in my physical health and progress to that weight goal. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I hope all is well in your world. Be blessed. Bye now.